I was saying, is that better?
Yes, it's better.
I was saying the reason why they don't cover this, by many media houses is simply because we need to ask ourselves who has captured the media in South Africa,
Mm,
and the reality is that the media is mostly white owned. It's mostly owned by white individuals, by white companies, and therefore anything else that speaks the idea of white privilege cannot be, put there like any other issue. I mean, this is even evident in how they write about certain stories. So if this, for example, was a black person, this would have been like a bizarre thing on the newspaper. Because it was John Steinmeier, the few that wrote, they just spoke about the idea whether or not one should have a qualification to be in parliament, you understand? So it's because also these media houses are captured and they can't really go against their bosses. Anything else that goes against white privilege, it speaks direct to the identity of the media house itself, and therefore they cannot afford to attack them, and they cannot afford to put it like as a front cover story because it speaks directly to the issue of white privilege.
And the programs that exist within the DA, I forgot the actual names. John wouldn't qualify. So then the idea, somebody wrote on Twitter that it seems being born white comes with an undergrad qualification.
Mm-hmm.
It stops being a joke to being a reality.
Yeah, no, definitely, Isaac. It's a reality. As I said, white privilege itself is a qualification. Being white already qualify, and this is simple. It's very simple. I think we don't even need to take it that far to Parliament. This we can take it like very close. Take a black person, take a white person, go to any shop, in town today, and say, "Fine, this black person is looking for a job. This white person is looking for a job, be it packing, whatever." The white person is more likely to get respect in that shop, is more likely to be given the best response in that shop than a black person. Why? Because privilege itself speaks for them before they even open their mouth. Their skin already has spoken to them. But as a black person, you need to go an extra mile to be able to impress people within society. And that's the problem we are facing in South Africa. Like even over 23 years later, after we've received the so-called democracy, we still face issues where white privilege is prevailing more than anything in our society. And that's a sad reality. It's no longer a joke, but it's a reality that needs to be addressed in South Africa.
And it just tells us how far we are as a country. It just tells us how far we are as a country, to look at regarding the issue of equality and equity. I mean, we talk about how we have political freedom in this country, well, sort of to some extent. But as long as we don't have economic freedom, there's no one. People, from different races will see you different. You'd have to convince them that you're a normal human being. And in this case, in the business sector, as a black person, you have to go to school. You have to go to a system that they created as white people in order for you to prove that you're a human being. I'm not even talking about you are capable of doing something. Having a degree or an education recognized, and even it depends even with the institution that you went to, then you'll be treated as a human being. It just shows how far, yes, like how far we still have to go as a country.
We're still very far, to be honest, with you, Isaac, right? Simply because of what you've mentioned, that as a nation, you'd expect that over 23 years later, we should be at a position where we have equal bargaining power as any other white person. But now and because we've gotten to a point where we are satisfied with the political power, whilst the white people in South Africa, they have the economic power, and basically political power without economic power is useless. Because political power, the only thing that we can do when you have political power is to only have few, elite black individuals driving around in state-owned cars with blue lights and living the life. But the question is, what happens to the people on the ground who don't necessarily have, the political power? Because the issue with political power, they can only be held by a certain group of people, and as you see in society, it's only held by the rich black people, do you understand? So it doesn't go down to the grassroots level. But the idea of economic power is able to emancipate everyone within our society. And because now we haven't achieved anything economically, only 23 years later we started talking about amending the constitution so that people can get the land back. Only 23 years later we're actually dealing with issues of racism, and we see how serious it is as a nation, because we spent over 20 years as a nation, and reaching people who are already elite, giving people businesses who are already rich. And the question is, what are we doing with people on the grassroots level? And we have to blame as well our own government, our own black government, for having, to prioritize them and their political parties and their families over the nation, because we cannot say it's just an issue of white, privilege and white people, taking everything to themselves, but it's also an issue of black people getting into wealth and forgetting the reason why they got into parliament, the reason why they became ministers in South Africa. That's the issue that we're facing as a nation currently. I think we need, and not that I'm choosing any political party, but I think the idea of the EFF bringing this radical stance has also made parties like the ANC to wake up and realize that 23 years later, we need to be more radical with our policy. We need to be more radical with our approach as a nation for us to be able, to get the democracy, because we don't have, the only thing that we have now is pseudo-democracy. We're not really free, we don't really control, the means of production, for example, because the system is highly capitalist, and we cannot speak to the issues of South Africa at the moment, because it can only, benefit for people who are already in power. And hence we need to ask ourselves as a nation that are we satisfied where we are? And I think the answer to that would be no, simply because we're still struggling with things that our forefathers were struggling with during the time of apartheid. It cannot be acceptable.
Will the DA come out of this? I mean, remember that the whole STAs came about because they wanted to come up with the principle of, prioritizing degrees. And then it then came out that John doesn't have a degree. Will they come out of this?
Well, to be honest, this cannot be looked at, individually, but this needs to be looked at a more holistic level. For example, I argue that most positions, especially in Parliament, for example, are not positions that require a degree. And I make this argument simply because they are mostly political positions. You understand? This is the same reason why Jacob Zuma could still stand as president, even though the DA was killing him and say he doesn't have a degree. He could still stand as a president of the country. Why? Because the position itself doesn't necessarily require a certain skill that you can get in school, for example. And this is why, for example, I can be the Minister of Labor in South Africa, and all I do is basic ceremonial. I just go to events, I just speak, I just sign things off. But I have people who are educated to work in the department as HODs because they studied, for example, a course in labor law, for example. But the minister itself is not, an academic position, but it's more a political position. So the same thing can be said in Parliament. I mean, the DA doesn't even need to kick out Jonathan Haven because he doesn't have a degree. Because the question is, if he had a degree, would he be doing the job differently? But you do get political positions that do require some certain degree, like a certain level of academics. For example, things like the Minister of Finance. Because in that position, although it's political, you still need to have understanding of the economics, understanding of the accounting, the finances of the nation, because you get to sort all the budget. So some political positions, they do require academics, but you get the things like chief whip, for example, like president, like even, if you're a minister of social development, I argue that you don't even need a degree for that course. All you need to do with is basically developing the society that you work in. And if there's a need for any academics, then you get to employ people who study social work, for example, who studied anything in the development arena to be able to assist you. But all these positions are just political positions that just play a role of rubber stamping. They don't necessarily need academics to do that.
All right. Thank you so much to chat for us. Thank you so much. We'll chat later.
Okay, thank you very much.
Cheers. Okay, that was Sips chatting to us about this issue. We'll continue to talk about it more. You're listening to One Nation FM. This is The Robust View with Isaac Ramselan.
Ke nako yela ya ngwaga ya go reka ka bontši go itukišetša Christmas lena di-society di-club di-stockfele le mang kapa mang e tlang A1 Supermarket Divini Street Polokwane diporeisi tša rena e sale tšone tšela tša mehleng theeletšang molaetša wa bohlokwa show A1 Supermarket e ka se ye felo ebile e ka se tsoge e tswaletšwe mabarebare ao le a kwelego a gore A1 ya tswalelwa ke maka a matalatala setšhaba lokologang le reke ka go iketla A1 Supermarket ga e felo re tla le tlhankela tholahala ka botshepegi metla yotlhe. A1 Supermarket Corner Divination Jubet Street mo Polokwane. Simply the best.
Come in. Eish, sister, I'm expecting visitors and I still have to redecorate my house, so keep busy.
Hi, Bo. Relax. Go to Carpet and Deco. They stock carpets, rugs, vinyl, wooden and bamboo floors, blinds, wallpaper, and they do installation as well.
Carpet and Deco? What's the number?
Easy. 015-292-2219 for your Mahala quotation. Carpet and Deco, your home improvement store.
Also. Go botse jwang go dula o tseba gore o ka ya lebenkeleng la gago la go tshepega kudu ge o nyaka dilo ka moka tša technology. Iya Alsal Polokwane ka gare ga toropo go bona dilo tša mabono tša go akaretša di-computer, di-printera, di-scannera tša go ntšha moya wa go tonya le wa borutho ke ra di-air conditioning. Dilwana ka moka tša IT le di-cartridges. Rekiša le mekgobogobo ya di-airtime. Re eteleng ko number 16 Re6 Street, shop number 2. Or le ka re founela go 015-297-8666. Re ikgantšha ka theko tša rena.
This is One Nation FM on 88.9.
All right, this is the Robust View on One Nation FM. We're still talking about the whole John Easthuizen debacle. And I'm joined on the line by Mr. Katlego Dick Murwa.
Kabelo.
I got your name right. It's Murwa.
You got everything right. Kabelo Dick Murwa.
Yes.
That's true. How you doing, brother?
Good. Let's get your radical input. What is making black people more, and I guess also white people also, angry about this whole Easthuizen issue?
The hypocrisy for one, lack of opportunities. So basically, like it has been said before, for a black man to have anything, you really need to jump through a lot of hoops. And for a white person, it's a mere fact of saying, you pass matric, there's a position, you go in there. And the hypocrisy that follows after that. So it wasn't a problem, but the hypocrisy to say whites will call on Steenhuisen for once. He has been calling out people for not having formal qualifications and all that, whereas he's sitting in one of the highest positions in the land, in parliament, in our parliament basically, and he doesn't have those things. The Constitution doesn't require it, but then you do not have to be a hypocrite about it. So that's the anger that's been flowing around.
And I think that's what the issue is. Like, people don't have a problem with him in that position with having no qualifications.
Not at all. No.
We have a problem with the double standards. My question is, why isn't this the main issue?
It's politics. Everyone is playing politics. So if you look at the stance of our politicians and their parties, everyone defends their own. So the public is left alone, sitting there watching our politics fight their own political battles and personal issues. So basically, that's the problem. DA will come back and defend and start referencing on great leaders that didn't have qualifications. They were handling at one stage Malema's woodwork matric was the main subject line in news. So that hypocrisy basically, that's the problem. People don't have problem with people who doesn't have formal qualification. Majority of our countries, people don't have formal qualifications. That's the hypocrisy.
What does it say about the DA that black people to them are only human when they have degrees, and then white people we have to consider their capabilities?
The DA are basically playing politics just like any other political party. They're protecting their own interest, majority of them being white. They will mostly protect white interest. If the Democrats were to change in the DA, and then they won't be called out on that. But the fact is the majority of DA's leaders are white. So everything they protect, 90% of the time they will be protecting another white person. which is white privilege. That's what gets most people. That's why DA is not moving in the political landscape. It's not growing as it's supposed to as the opposition party.
Does